Hello, good morning. Welcome to Morning Mobility with me, Coach Di. Thank you for joining me here this morning. I hope you had a good sleep, you're feeling fresh, you're staying healthy, you're staying fit. We're going to go through our morning mobility routine here shortly, just to get your body and your joints flowing so you're ready to take on whatever the day throws at you. Remember, some of these movements that we do, you can add in throughout your day as little movement snacks. So I always advise my clients on the 55-5 rule. So for every 55 minutes that you're sat or stood at your desk in a fixed position, take a 5-minute movement snack. So select some of the movements you learn in today's session, take them with you throughout the day. Throw in regular breaks, and it doesn't have to be mobility. It can be other things. You can walk up and down the stairs if you have stairs at home. You can go fill up your water bottle. You can stay in place and do some squats or lunges, but try and move for 5 minutes in every hour. Spread your exercise across the day. It's a really good way of filling in your movement quota for the day. So we'll get started here. Make sure you've got a little bit of space, enough space that you can lay down. And that's where we'll start, laying down on the ground. So finding yourself in a comfortable position. We want to be relaxed. I just want you to work on some breathing to calm down your nervous system. So you can place one hand on your tummy, one hand on your chest. You're going to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Tummy will fill with air, the chest will follow, and then just let it out. So you relax the air out of your body. Deep breath in and out. We're just going to go here for 1 minute. Try and get that long inhale. And then just let the air go on the exhale. Don't force it. Just let it fall out of your body. Focus on the breath. Feel as you breathe out, each muscle group relaxes. Perform a little scan of your body as you go from head to toe. Where do you feel tension? Where do you feel pain? Just release that tension as you breathe out. We'll go for just 10 more seconds. And then slowly rise up into a seated position. We're going to go into our CARs next, our controlled articular rotations. We're going to work ankle followed by hip, followed by thoracic spine, followed by shoulder. So we're going to work our way up the body. The body has this joint by joint approach with alternating joints of stability, mobility. So we need a stable foot, a mobile ankle, stable knee, a mobile hip, and so on as we go up through the body. So we'll start by mobilizing the ankle. I want you to get your thigh into a headlock-like position. Place the hand then on the front of your shin. You have this bump under your knee called the tibial tuberosity. That's what I want you to feel, because we're going to try and limit that rotation of the tibia so that our movement just comes at the ankle. Pull your toes up, and then we're going to go in a big circles. So try and think about those toes going around the 4 points of the compass really slow. So we're moving through thick air, lots of tension, trying to make that circle as large as possible. We're going to do it 3 times in each direction. 4 points of the compass. When you get back to the north position on your 3rd lap, go back the other way. 3 circles, each one bigger than the last. Thick air. Move your way through that thick air. So just in itself, we're taking the ankle through its full range of motion, making sure we attack all the angles. When you've done 3 on each direction, switch sides, we'll do the same thing. Headlock-like position, hand on your shin, north, and then go around those 4 compass points. When we're talking about our mobility, it's a use it or lose it principle. So if there's access to range of motion on a regular basis, you won't lose it. But if a joint is meant to have a certain range and you don't use that, you're effectively going to forget how to access that point. And it's not just about creating more range, it's about owning that range. It's about being able to control your joints and your segments in end range, which is why we're going slow and controlled through the thick air. So you're controlling that full range of motion at the ankle. Move up to the hip when we've done 3 each side. So you're going to lay on your side. So stable position through the upper body. We're going to work on the top hip. Part 1, pull your knee as high to your chest as you can. So this is hip flexion. Then I'm going to open. So I'm going to open as far back as I can, swinging my door open. This is external rotation. Now I am going to lift my heel as if to the back of my head. Hip internal rotation. And the knee then makes as large a circle as possible, coming through into hip extension at the back, finishing knees together. Reverse. Push back. Lift up as if to the back of your head. Open the gate. Back into that high knee position and down. That's 1 cycle. We're going to do 3. Go with me. Hip flexion. So knee up. Open the gate as far as you can. Again, through that thick air. Heel to the back of your head. Big knee circle. Knees come together. Reverse. Push back. Heel to the back of your head. Open the gate. Knee high in front of your body. All the way down 1 more time. Up. Open. Heel to head. Sweeping circle. Knees together. Push back. Heel to head. Open, high knee, and down. Switch sides. So even though it feels like you're not stretching anything at this point, you're still mobilizing. You're mobilizing the tissues within the joint capsule of the hip, the often forgotten pieces of tissue. And mobility isn't just about stretching. As we said, it's about accessing that full range of motion. So we're doing the same thing here on the other side. Big sweeping circle, knees come together. Find whatever position feels good for you through the upper body so that you're able to remain stable. Not uncommon that you'll fall and roll forward or back on this one. So just make sure you've got that stable point. 3 times. Knee up. Open the gate. Heel to the back of your head. Sweeping circle. Knees together. Push back. Lift up. Full open gate. High knee to chest. Final time. Lifting up. Open the gate. Heel to head. Sweeping circle. Knees together. Back. Lift. Open. High. And down. So that's the hips. Controlled articular rotations. We're going to move up to our thoracic spine, so the mid to upper back. I'm going to take a cushion, so I've got something to kneel on here, and you can go into a tall kneeling position or a short kneeling position. It's totally up to you. You go toes down or toes back. So I'm going to start here in this short kneeling position. Hands across your chest, like rounding at the back. So now my trunk is in flexion. My thoracic spine is in flexion. I'm going to rotate to my right, then flex to my right. So I'm bending. I'm going to roll backwards, lifting my chest to the sky. So now I'm in thoracic extension. Rotate to my left. Drop my shoulder to my left and then roll back in front, back to where I started in that flexion position. Then repeat the other way. Rotate left, flex left, dropping the shoulder, rolling back, lift the chest to the sky, rotate to your right, drop the shoulder to your right, roll back in front. So that's one cycle. So we went in each direction. We're going to do it 3 times. So I'm in flexion, rotate right, drop the shoulder right, roll back and lift that chest to the sky, extension, rotate to the left, drop the left shoulder, roll to the front, back into flexion. So you go through this movement, keep going. I want you to feel the points where you're most restricted. For me, I find the most restriction in my extension here. So at the back position, and you want to access your full range of motion. Keep the hug, keep the tension. One more, rotate, shoulder, rolling back, extension, rotate, shoulder, and roll. Good job. We're going to move up to the shoulder next. Big arm circle. So it helps you to get some purchase on the wall so you can get some tension, almost like you're pushing into the wall. Thumb is going to lead the way. So in a nice upright, good posture position, we're going to raise that thumb through thick air slowly all the way up. We're looking at shoulder extension, so shoulder flexion, to lift the arm so that the bicep is in rib flare, where the ribs and the hips separate, and we put a hinge point into your spine. So just here, ribs and hips. As we breathe out, tension together. Arm up, shoulder flexion to your end range. When you cannot go any further, we're going to turn that thumb inwards. The shoulder starts to rotate, and I make that big circle all the way around, finishing where my fist, my knuckles, face into my pocket. Then I reverse. I push back, shoulder extension as far as I can. Then I rotate back the other way, sweeping back through my top position, all the way down in front of my body. That's one. We're going to do three. Up, keep the tension here in the midsection. Rotate through your end range. Slow movement. Fight for more range on every rep. So over 3 reps, your shoulder muscles should get pretty tired with this one because you're actively fighting for more and more range. Up, rotate, all the way through. Last time, extension as high as you can, rotating up through the top position and back down in front of your body. Same thing then on the other side. So note any differences left to right here. We're not symmetrical beings. You're going to have some asymmetry, but if it's really noticeable, then it's something that we need to work on. We want to get close, but understanding nothing's ever going to be perfectly symmetrical. The greater the asymmetries you have left to right side, the greater your risk or your greater injury potential. So on the other side, same thing. Tension into the wall. Make sure you've got on this side. Turn that thumb inwards when you cannot go any further. Make that big sweeping circle. Turn the knuckles into your pocket. Reverse. All the while you do this, your aim is to maintain your posture. So be as tall as you can possibly be, head pulled up to the sky. 3 rotations. Never going faster than I am. Fight for a larger circle on every rep. One more time. Highest position, ribs and hips together. And accessing full range at the shoulder. Okay, so 3 reps, hip, thoracic spine, shoulder. We can also do the cervical spine, the neck, in exactly the same way as we moved our spine. So through that full range. So we will do this last one, 3 each side. So if we start with the chin tucked down to your chest, I'm going to take my head, rotate to my right, then my right ear to my right shoulder. Roll back. So I'm looking up at the sky, extension, rotate left, left ear to left shoulder, roll back in front, chin to chest. Repeat. We'll just do 2 each side. Rotate left, ear to shoulder, rotate up to the sky, rotate right, ear to shoulder, chin tucks down, eyes up at the sky, rotate left, ear to shoulder, chin down to chest and reverse, rotate, ear to shoulder, up to the sky, rotate, ear to shoulder, chin tucks down. Good. Controlled articular rotations. That is what we call the morning routine. So this is a great addition to your day as a whole. When we talk about operating a high performance vehicle that is your body, if you can hit a routine like this each morning, 3 to 5 repetitions through each of those movements, ankle, hip, thoracic spine, shoulder, and neck, it's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes, but it's going to raise your game. It's going to loosen up the joints. It's going to ensure you don't lose any further range of motion because each day you are accessing the range of motion you currently have. So that's a great way of sustaining good mobility. but also being able to control your mobility through that end range. So I deliberately wanted to teach you these routines here this morning. Next, and for this last 5 minutes, we're going to take the whole body now into a connected flow-like state. So we're on the feet, and we're going to go into a three-way lunge to begin with. Three-way lunge, forward, side, back. So I'm going to take my right leg forward, and then I shoot a Spider-Man web across that knee, pulling at the top as if I'm pulling a rope into rotation. Return to the middle, and then my right leg steps back, behind, and I place my hand across my thigh and rotate to the back. Middle and up. Step forward, reach to the sky, rotate, and I'm staying on my right side, back to the middle, out to the right, Spider-Man web with a pull at the top, middle, return, reverse, hand across that front thigh, and rotate to the back. One more time, we'll do 3 each side. Right leg forward, up to the sky, sway towards that front leg, top, lateral, Spider-Man web with a pull rotation at the top, middle, back, hand across, rotate. We'll do the same sequence on the left side as the lead. Forward, sat for long periods, out to the side, shoot your web, pull the rotation here at the top, middle, stepping back, hand comes across your thigh, and rotate. 2 more. Forward, reach, sway. Lateral, shoot, pull, reverse, hand, rotate. 1 more. Reach, sway. Shoot and pull. Reverse, rotate. Good. That's one flow. Second one. Base position. Chest is still elevated. I'm not curling into a ball. I'm going to shift my weight across to my left side, lifting my right knee to my chest and getting as tall as possible. I'm going to go from here to push my heel back into an inverted hamstring stretch or an aeroplane-like position. Slowly then lowering myself down to the floor, straight line head to heel, elbow to ankle, whilst here outside the front foot, and then I'm going to push my butt back, drop back in twice, return to a familiar lunge position, stand back up, base, ready position, shift my weight to my right leg, knee, tall, straight to the sky. Push back, get as long as you can in that airplane-like inverted hamstring position. Slowly lower to the ground, hand in, elbow to ankle. 2 rotations whilst I'm here. So we're challenging mobility, all the joints that we worked on in our cars. Hand to the outside, shoot your butt back twice. Knee down, familiar lunge position, grab, tall, push long, as long as you can get. Control to the ground, elbow to ankle, 2 rotations at the bottom, hand to the floor, shoot that butt back and into the sky twice, lunge, up, ready position, shift your weight across to your right, knee, high, drive your head through the ceiling, long position, as long as you can be, lower it down, elbow to ankle, should feel smooth, shoot the butt back twice, lunge, and up. Great job, guys. Thank you very much. I want you to shake it off. A couple of nice deep breaths. I hope you feel a little bit looser than you did when we started here 25, 30 minutes ago. Hope you've learned something, particularly a little bit of a self-care routine. So how to upgrade your systems each day with just this small, you're checking the boxes and getting enough movement throughout your day so that we're going to reduce our injury potential, stay pain-free, and enhance our ability to perform or whatever it is that's important to you. So again, thank you very much for joining me here this morning. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you back here soon for more morning mobility and more EXOS at home. Take care.